I just know that something good is going to happen. I don't know when, but just saying it could even make it happen. This is a line from the song Cloudbusting by Catherine Bush, aka Kate Bush. She is one of my favorite artists ever. Her voice, so haunting, yet beautiful. But this one line of hers that she spat in this one song is one of my favorites because it's something that has now become a vocal stim that I go back to every now and again, where I'm like, things are tough right now, but something good is going to happen. I don't know when, but just saying it could even make it happen, right? Even though there's no hope, there's nothing that you can see with your eyes. There's nothing that is statistically telling you that tomorrow is going to be a better day. You are still allowed to believe that something good is going to happen. It has become a mantra for me over the years. What it ends up doing in my own mind is when I think about what's going to happen, it could be the exact same stuff. The same day, the same weather, the same circumstances, the same people send me a message, the same rejections, all that. But just saying that in my mind reframes how I look at things. And that's the power of it. Because you're not trying to manifest something good to happen. What you are actually saying is, what does happen tomorrow, I can find the good in. And that right there is a shift. As soon as you make that shift, you get a superpower. Like you get supercharged. And you start seeing the beauty in everything. Struggle is not fun. Struggle is not beautiful. But you start to see the beauty in it. When you start to have those good emotions and that positive energy, you start to do micro things that start to make your situation a whole lot better. How much does it shift? Well, that is to be determined. Some situations are genuinely just bad. You look at it straight up and be like, whoo, this ain't it. But being able to find the little slivers of good. I might be a little bit delusional in this thinking, but it doesn't hurt. It's for free to be able to think to yourself that I don't know when something good is going to happen. But me just putting that out there in the world will allow it to happen. Because being upset and being happy, both of those things, they cost the exact amount. The real cost of it draining you is what you assign to it after the fact. But the actual joules, I'd like science to do an actual measurement on this. I would like the numbers to support it. In my day-to-day, I gotta tell you, it really does make that much of a difference. It's like opening up the door and inviting in the good. The good can choose to stay outside if it so chooses. But by opening the door, you give it that gap if it ever so chooses to come in. And that is something that you can control. Because you can't control whether good things happen or not. The world is chaos. A childhood friend of mine once told me that life is unfair, but it's equally unfair to everyone. And we can talk about the systematic things that make life unfair objectively for certain groups of people, this, that, and the other. Of course, I'm not blind to that. It's a reality. But I'm just saying within our own social groups, some people have it a little bit better, some people have it a little bit worse. That's a bigger thing that we will have to try and tackle later on. But anyway, so the circumstances are going to be the circumstances, but how you look at them, changing that perspective, changing your mind. And it comes with practice. You have to practice every single day to be like, oh, this is not quite working out the way that I wanted. It's not hitting those notes. But it could happen tomorrow. And call me crazy, but when I do say it at night, when I do remember before I go to bed and I say, tomorrow something good is going to happen, I always feel like something good happens. And it's not always for me. And it can be about other people too, which is also a beautiful thing because that energy reverberates and it bounces. And eventually it can come back to you. At the end of the day, we're all selfish. Let's keep it real. But if you can make a little space for someone else, why not? Again, it doesn't cost anything, which is the beautiful thing about it. And I'm like, if there's anything that can make your life better that doesn't cost anything to try, then why not try it? I've done the meditation, trying to do the words of affirmation. This is actually words of affirmation. I think it can be grouped in there, or maybe more towards manifestation. But those things are for free. What else are you going to do in that time? You don't lose anything, but you have everything to gain. By doing that, you are shooting for the stars. And if you fall, well, you can land on a cloud.